Hello and welcome to Story Dude, the hottest channel on YouTube, where a team of expert story pickers have scoured Reddit and found the best stories for you.
Today I fucked up when I wrote a love letter to my husband Shaft. So for the last 16 years of our marriage, one of the ways I have shown love for my husband has been by randomly leaving notes declaring my love and admiration for him in his lunch bags. It's not an everyday thing, but usually when inspiration hits sort of thing. Most of my notes have consisted of me telling him the ways I adore him, encouraging and praising him, doodles, jokes and the occasional safe for work spicy message. Well, I realized it's been a few months since I left him one and he's been graciously under a lot of stress at work lately, so what better way to bring a smile to his face than to write a love letter to his penis. We're jokesters at heart and it's no secret I love his second brain, so I figure he'd get a laugh at it and be ready to go when he came home. Now, I really got creative and not only wrote a poem describing the magnificence of the shape, size, texture and overall beauty of his cock in poem, but below that I wrote the nastiest shit a wife could do with it. No vanilla sex here, folks. So, realizing how nasty this got, I had a gut feeling to hide the note under his sandwich just on mere chance someone at work would see it. He always calls me on his lunch break and I'm so excited to hear his reaction to what I thought was my best piece of erotica yet. Happiness soon turns to horror when I find out that my husband got called to problem-solve a project at work as soon as he sat down to eat, so he grabbed his sandwich and rushed out of his department without thoroughly looking at his lunch bag. Apparently the note fell while he quickly grabbed his sandwich without him seeing it. My husband works in an engineering department made up of 12 other men, one of which found the note. My husband returns to all of them standing around the memo board, laughing and making a commotion. My once private letter is now pinned on display for everyone to see. Not realizing my hubby had left, they had asked around for someone to claim the absolute filth I wrote, and since no one did, they assumed a client, janitor, anyone else but someone in the department was connected to it. My husband goes to read it and realizes halfway through, OMG, my wife wrote this. So of course they immediately took it down, all had a good laugh and cheered my husband on for his sexual prowess. My husband found the whole thing hilarious and of course was flattered. But I see these people pretty regularly and will now forever be mortified that they know what filth I am capable of. Might as well share my embarrassment with the world at this point and laugh. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. Too long, did not read. Wrote a nasty letter for my husband to find in his lunch bag at work. His entire department saw it instead. It's called Not Safe for Work for a reason. Tears of joy. They probably wish their own wives would write the note and then follow through. This is a huge win for your husband. He's going to look like a king. Need to know what the letter said. Meh. Own it and claim it like a lioness. My wife and I often do the same random fuckery as well, and it's the little things in life. Married over 21 years, you find amusement in the little saucy things on occasion. Since I'm sure you won't share the nasty part, can you share the penis poem? Today I fucked up playing a game with my GF. This is one of those play stupid games, win stupid prizes stories. A week ago I, 25 male, came up with an exercise for my girlfriend, 28, and I. The task was simple. Create a vision board, aka those things people used to do where they put pictures on a board of all the achievements they hope to accomplish in life. My vision board had the same concept, however, the content on the board only applied to achievements my girlfriend and I were still hoping to experience sexually. I thought it could be fun and sexy. My girlfriend thought it was silly, but agreed to participate. Last night was the deadline. The two of us presented our vision boards to each other for the very first time. We had no idea what was on the other person's vision board until that moment. Both our vision boards were done digitally, so we had to connect our laptops to the TV during our presentations. I went first. My vision board featured the following: public sex, not necessarily in front of people, but wherever there's a risk of getting caught, threesome, sex on drugs, whichever drug is recommended, BDSM, and finally, butt stuff, my butt. That was the end. My girlfriend was next. Her vision board featured the following: an orgasm. That was it. The word orgasm with a period at the end. My girlfriend said she's never had an orgasm before. At first I didn't believe her because she's always been very vocal and extremely convincing about climaxing during sex. My girlfriend came clean and said she was faking it. She's always faked it. And not just with me but with every other guy she's been with. She said in her experience the truth usually came out one way or another, and the vision board was our moment of truth. To be honest, I was still kind of okay at that point. But then she said I was in her top 5 list of people who came close to making her orgasm for real. I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help but ask if I was number 1. In the spirit of transparency, my girlfriend said no. I questioned my girlfriend long enough to realize that I was in the bottom 2 of the top 5 and that the number 1 spot was one of her cousins. A guy we still see from time to time at family events. I was emotionally exhausted and suggested that we got to sleep and unpack everything in the morning. However, this morning our dog needed to be taken to the vet because the poor guy tried to jump on the bed to say hello but forgot he's like 1,000 years old, so he hurt himself. I'm at the vet now. My dog is gonna be okay. I figured while I wait I might as well create an account and share my story on here. Maybe y'all can laugh at me or with me or give me some advice on the way forward. Either way, thanks for reading. I came up with the idea for my girlfriend and I to create a vision board of all the sexual achievements we still want to unlock in our lives. My vision board included things like public sex and threesomes, whereas hers included the one thing my ego was unprepared for, an orgasm. Pro tip. If someone says you're in top 5 inches it always means bottom 2. If it wasn't they would have said, top 3 inches. Wait. You can't casually just say, the number 1 spot is her cousin. WTF? Just another example of nepotism bringing an outsider down. Just add threesome with cousin to the vision board so you can all collaborate on how to give her an orgasm, and let the cousin do some butt stuff with you at the same time. That's at least 3 birds with 1 stone, plus another bonus bird you weren't even trying to kill. Way too many comments here ignoring the cousin thing. Yeah, you can get through the first part with communication, but the cousin part? GTFO, holy shit. Today I fucked up by leaving my dream job to enroll in a startup with a friend of mine. For context, I, 23M, live a Middle Eastern country and work in the software development field. I dropped out of college to become a self-taught software developer and I think I made it. Earlier this year I got a promotion to a senior backend developer. It was my dream job and I was so happy. My job paid very well and I could support my family. I have a sick mom and an old dad. Everything was going well until 3 months ago a friend of mine asked me to join him as a partner in his startup and I agreed. I left my job in a hurry to catch up to the market, although I knew it wasn't necessary. We started working on our project and I burned all my savings into this startup and now it's all falling apart. We only have a prototype. We are in debt. I'm personally in a lot of debt and I might go to prison for it. I no longer can support my family or enjoy life. I can't sleep at night and I can't stop thinking I made the wrong life choice. We are going ahead into a pitch next Tuesday. It's our last hope and if we don't pull it off we'll be totally fucked. My friend seems confident we'll pull it off but I'm not. Looking back I really regret my choice. I wish I have listened to my family and friends who advised me against it. Too long did not read. I left my well-paid dream job to join my friend's startup that's falling apart and now I'm such a huge debt and I might go to prison. Yikes. I don't know if you're asking for advice, but I would consider this picture, make it or break it. If it doesn't work, get out and get a job to start paying off those debts. I hope the pitch goes well, dude. Good luck. Get out of there if it doesn't pan out. Be honest and realistic with your co-founder. If they are a good friend, they'll be understanding of your financial situation. Most startups fail, so I'd stay clear of that if you are looking for financial stability. Having said that, being a co-founder of a successful startup is the ticket to go from living comfortably to living large. Feel free to give it a try later when you are in a better financial situation and have more experience. Today I fucked up by shaving my a-hole. So, I, 35M, once saw this stand-up comedian going on and on about how everyone should shave their asshole, because shit and stuff get stuck. I thought it sounded reasonable, but never tried it. Today I had a shower after being sick for a while, and noticed the hair down there kind of stuck together. Kind of disgusted, I remembered said comedian, and when trimming my beard, I thought what the hell, let's give it a go. So I did. I crouched and trimmed the hair where the sun never shines. Nice and smooth. And as luck would have it, I needed to poop shortly after, and boy was it easy to wipe. I thought it was a great success. Until, you see, I work in a very quiet office environment, where around 10 men and women sit in the same room and concentrate on their computer screen. Once in a while, it so happens that I need to fart. When doing so at work, one essential skill is to be able to do so without making any sound, which I am usually quite able to. Today was no different. The fart was coming. I leaned subtly to one side to let the ass cheeks spread a little, and started to let the gas pass, only, it was not silent. I immediately stopped the flow, blushed like a tomato, and hoped to God nobody noticed. That was odd, I thought to myself. Like I said, I never had any problems with this, at all. And as the need was still there, I soon later subtly leaned over to the other side, and made really sure I was in the correct, silent farting position, and tried again. This time it was even louder, and I couldn't stop. I wanted to die. I've hardly been so embarrassed my entire life. And the realization dawned on me, with a smooth and hairless asshole, I'm no longer able to fart silently. I need a new job. Maybe have to catch COVID and work from home the next 5-10 years. At least my coworkers, whom I am sure all heard my announcement, were polite enough to not turn their heads or laugh, so I've got that going for me. Too long did not read. Shaved my asshole for hygiene after having heard a stand-up comedian talk about it. Found out at work, in a quiet room with 10 men and women, that I can no longer fart without making a sound. Now I can no longer make eye contact with my coworkers. I guess I was the joke all along. Ha ha ha. I learned the same lesson the hard way too. Just wait 2-3 days, and then you can add the prickly ass feeling to the list as they grow back in. It only lasts a few days, but 2 things, if they didn't laugh, they didn't hear them. Farts are the funniest thing of all time. Second, just fold a piece of toilet paper up in there, the crack, against your not inside, and you'll never make a sound again. Daniel Sloss? That is fucking hilarious. I can honestly say I know what you mean. It's fully possible to fart silently, you have to fully separate the cheeks. Since you used clippers not a razor, then it shouldn't be bad growing out. It's possible to fart silently with a hairless butthole, keep practicing.